The dwarves of Ironforge are an ancient race of robust humanoids who live beneath the snow-capped mountains of Khaz Modan. The dwarves have always been fast allies to the humans, and they revel in the prospects of battle and storytelling alike. They are currently the least played alliance race according to the WoW census of February 2010. Background: the stoic dwarves of Ironforge spend countless generations mining treasures from deep within the earth. Secure in their impregnable stronghold of Ironforge Mountain, the dwarves rarely ventured beyond the wintry peaks of Dunmorog. Even so, when the orcs invaded Azeroth and set out to conquer the human, elven, and dwarven lands, the dwarves offered to join the Grand Alliance. The resilient and ingenious dwarves proved to be the backbone of the Alliance forces, and helped usher in victory after victory. Recently the dwarves unearthed a series of ruins that held the key to the secrets of their lost heritage. Driven to discover the truth about his People's fabled origins, King Magni Bronzebeard ordered that the dwarves shift their industry from mining and engineering to that of archaeology. Magna helped to create the famed Explorers Guild of Ironforge, a group utterly devoted to plumbing the secrets of the ancient world and delving out the truth of the dwarves' fabled existence. An integral part of the Grand Alliance, the rugged dwarven armies have been called away to battle the merciless horde in faraway lands. In these perilous times, the defense of the Mountain Kingdom falls to brave dwarves like you. The spirits of the dwarven kings watch over you, and the very mountains are your strength. The future of your people is in your hands. Due to recent discoveries that uncovered fragments of their ancient origins, for example, the discs of Norgan and Ildaman, the dwarves have undergone a remarkable transformation. The discovery convinced the dwarves that the mighty titans created them from stone when the world was young. They feel that their destiny is now to search the world for more signs and proof of their enchanted heritage, and to rediscover the titans' hidden legacies. To this end, the dwarves have sent out archaeological teams to all ends of the world in the hopes of discovering new insights into their shrouded past. These journeys have led to dwarven excavation sites all over the known world, some of which serve as outposts, and some of which serve as potential hunting grounds for the enemies of the dwarven race. The dwarves were stout allies of the humans during the Second War, joining the alliance of Lord Eren after their homeland of Khaz Modan was invaded. Holed deep in their mountainside city fortress of Ironforge, the dwarves have managed to weather both the horde invasion and the plague. Still, they are long-lived, slow and careful folk, and children are a rare blessing to them. The dwarves of Ironforge number a mere 60,000. Still, their tendency to explore is impressive. If about 2/3 of the surviving humans now live in the capital city of Stormwind, less than a third of the dwarves are in Ironforge. In fact, there are more dwarves in the dwarven section of Stormwind and Ironforge itself. For quite some time, Ironforge was home to the gnomish population as well after their homeland of Gnome Regan was invaded until their daring, yet successful, attempt to reclaim it. Starting area intro voiceover. Great change has come to the enduring halls of Ironforge. Obsessed with the working of the Titans, the dwarves retrieved their creator's mystical tablets from the fabled city of Ulduar. Activating one such tablet, King Magni Bronzebeard fell prey to a terrible curse that fused his statue-like form into the diamond heart of Ironforge itself. To compound this tragedy, Magni's estranged daughter Moira arrived, claiming her father's throne for herself and for her infant Dark Iron son. To avert civil war, the dwarves created the Council of Three Hammers, an uneasy coalition that would share power equally amongst the clans. Now, with political upheaval rising within the kingdom, and the great cataclysm ravaging the surrounding lands, the future of Ironforge falls to brave dwarves like you. This is the pre-cataclysm intro. The stoic dwarves of Ironforge spend countless generations mining treasures from deep within the earth. Hidden within their impregnable stronghold of Ironforge Mountain, they rarely ventured beyond the wintry peaks of Dunmorog. Recently, however, the dwarves unearthed a series of ruins that held secrets to their ancient heritage. Driven to discover the truth about his people's fabled origins, the great King Magni Bronzebeard ordered that the dwarves shift their industry from mining to archaeology. As part of the Grand Alliance, the stalwart dwarven armies have been called away to battle the merciless horde in faraway lands. In these perilous times, the defense of the Mountain Kingdom falls to brave dwarves like you. The spirits of the ancient kings watch over you, and the very mountains are your strength. The future of your people is in your hands. Reasons for racial traits. Dwarves can't tap into their earthen heritage to undergo a temporary partial sclerosis, known to the layman as stone form. Not only does this make the dwarf more resistant to injury, it also seals open wounds and eliminates most poisons and infections. The lives of many dwarves have been saved by stone form. Soldiers of Ironforge are often recruited from the ranks of industrial laborers. For this reason, mace and gun specialization are common, since having worked in major dwarven industries like metalworking, excavation, and hunting, they are already skilled with handling a hammer or powder. Dwarves are naturally adapted to cold climates, as evidenced by their stocky build and thick hair. Experienced wizards have observed that dwarves have a slight innate frost resistance. Since the founding of the Explorers League, interest in adventure has been strong in Ironforge. In order to discover more of the world's history, many dwarves leave their homes, ready to explore Azeroth for artifacts of value. Reasons for classes. Warrior. Dwarven warriors are a force to be reckoned with. They are incredibly sturdy, both physically and mentally, and many dwarves have worked on evacuation or construction sites, at least once in their lives. The long days of digging and wielding heavy tools have resulted in this extraordinary resilience. Rogue. While not as small in stature as their gnomish cousins, dwarves have always been excellent scouts and thieves due to their size. Also, their hardiness comes in handy when a scouting mission takes place in harsh environments. Hunter. Dwarves have always had an knack for the rifle, especially the Bronzebeards. Knowledge of survival has always been crucial in the rigid plains and mountains of Khaz Modan for any clan. Additionally, the wild-hammer dwarves prefer more traditional cultures, using the bow to hunt game for their communities. Mage. Until recently, only the Dark Irons practiced most schools of magic, with the exception of the Holy Light, upon which the Bronzebeards also practice. However, when Myra Thalrison was invited to help rule over the dwarves as a whole, she introduced her clan to Ironforge, who then introduced the magical arts and spread it to the Bronzebeard. Warlock. When the majority of the Dark Iron dwarves aligned themselves with Ironforge, they spread the secrets of different schools of magic aside from the Holy Light or shamanism, things the Bronzebeard and Wildhammer clans were unsure of, especially the evil secrets of the Dark Iron heritage. Though frowned upon by their clans, some Bronzebeards and Wildhammers have forsaken their more limited magic and embraced the powerful, chaotic forces of Shadow. Priest. The Bronzebeard clan has long practiced the arts of the Holy Light, taught to them years ago by their human allies. However, when the three dwarven clans united under the banner of Ironforge, and the trio of different cultures mixed skills and vocations, some Wildhammers, though unwilling at first, sat down their nomadic and shamanistic ways, and began to worship the Holy Light. The Dark Irons had been practicing their own version of a priest, simply known as clerics or medics, among their clan. Paladin. Only the Bronzebeards officially walked the path of a paladin. Years ago, when the dwarves befriended the humans taught them the ways of the Holy Light, and introduced them to the orders of knights. A notable one is the Knights of the Silver Hand, where many humans and dwarves work together to bring justice to the scourged lands of the undead. Shaman. Originally, only the Wildhammer clan practiced shamanism. They lived along Mide and worshipped the spirits of the sky and mountains, relatively uninfluenced for decades. Yet, upon joining the trio of the dwarven clans under the banner of Ironforge, many Wildhammers attempted to spread their ways to the other clans. Today, the majority of dwarven shaman are still Wildhammers, and surprisingly, though Bronzebeards and Dark Irons can be found among them as well. Death Knight. Like so many other races of the Alliance Horde, noble dwarves of all the clans have fallen before the might of the Scourge, particularly in Northrend, only to be twisted and raised into undeath, as a Death Knight, under the control of the Lich King. Many, though, escaped his mental grasp with the rest of Vet and Blade. Role-playing. Dwarves have what can be considered traditional Scottish and Irish accents. The speech isn't the only thing you need to know about the dwarfs. They share a common faith in the light, along with a strong belief and curiosity about the Titans, so remember that. Also, they are a proud people. The beard of a dwarven man is a matter of great pride. Trivia. The male dwarf dance is based on the traditional Russian dance style known as Przyadki. The female dwarf dance is based in Irish traditional folk dancing.